Before I get this lesson started, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi by Hashem Rakagadas. I want to give double honors to the elders and the great and the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, of whom I learned this truth from, and a shalom to the hopeful elect and 144,000 chosen, playing on their harps this new song, the 100% truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect and the hopeful elect to the marriage supper of the Lamb. This is a short clip off of the movie Transformers. I want to say that I am not getting paid off of this, and I want to say that copyright disclaimer, that this is for educational purposes only. Not getting paid off of this. My YouTube channel is not monetized in any way, shape, or form. This is only for educational purposes only. Let me bring this back and start this part right here.
I warn you, Mr. Passenger of Earth. An alliance is a contract, and contracts, like humans, expire.
On this planet, we have a saying.
This scene, when I first saw it, I remember I was not awake yet. And I remember being shocked at how Jake-like, or should I say, so-called black man-like or Negro-like the features were on this guy. And it blew me away, because if you look at his face closely, he looks like a Jake. They just used a different kind of voice. I believe they purposely used an Edomite sounding voice to camouflage the fact that how Judite looking, how Southern Kingdom looking this character in the movie is. Look at this.
Like humans, expire. An alliance is a contract, and contracts, like humans, expire.
On this planet, we have a saying. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I also have a saying. I don't
Look at him.
care.
So what happened in Mexico City? Well, you had it.
3 direct hits, a mortal wound. Then your men allowed him to escape.
Look at his nose, man. Look at that Negro's nose. Boy, Hollywood and the elite, the wicked elite, Esau, Amalek, they be messing around, boy.
You promised me human intelligence. Or is there such a thing?
You know, you've still never told me. Why do you want him? Who are you working for?
That is not the nose structure of an Edomite. That is not a pointy, skinny nose. You see those facial looks? You see the facial structure? That is the face of a Judite, man. And they know what they're doing, but they also always do things. They hide it. They gotta hide it, right? So they're using a different voice, but they could have totally used a deeper, more quote unquote Ebonic sounding voice. They could have just used an Israelite to speak, and it would have really conveyed the idea. But they didn't want to do that.
Every galaxy I've traveled, all you species are the same. You all think you're the center of the universe. You have no idea.
Let's get that back one more time. Salakia. Let me get that part back. And this is concerning Esau Edom. It's not humans. It's Esau Edom. Esau Edom, Idumea, Mount Seir, Basra. The so-called white man thinks he is the center of the universe. It's got nothing to do with the rest of us.
You're the center of the universe.
Who are you working for?
Every galaxy I've traveled, all you species are the same. You all think you're the center of the universe. You have no idea.
And so here we're going to go into this now. This is a redo or just another part of that lesson that I had done the other day, where I just made notes. I had some notes going, and these are the notes. Let me go into my my photos. I had some notes taken down. Let me see. I believe it was here. Okay, so let's start with this. So this lesson is going into Yahawashi, the one whom the world ignorantly and wickedly calls Jesus, because the letter J is only 500 years old, which means what? 800 years? 800 years after Yahawashi walked the earth in his earthly ministry, went to the cross, came back down, spoke to the disciples, went back up in the chariot, the cloud, what the world calls a UFO, and the angel said he's going to come back down. His name, there was no letter J. English wasn't even on the planet when he was in his ministry. English was not a spoken language yet. English is only 1,400 years old. And then 800, let me see, so 1,400 years, so 600 years after Yahawashi walked the earth, English was invented as a language. And then you add like another, I don't know, 12 or 600 years, something like that, 700 years, and then the letter J was invented to insert into English. Prior to that, there was no letter J. So if you look at the old English Bibles, when you see the letter Jesus, the word that they use to cover over Yahawashi, it's Isus with an I. It's very simple to look this stuff up, man. But and I'm saying this here. In fact, let's just pull it up. Watch. Look what Google says. This is Google. Google says this. How old is the letter J? Boom. See, it's already coming up because I've looked it up before. Look at that. I understand that the letter J is relatively new, perhaps 400 to 500 years old. Answer and explanation. Until the year 1524, there was no letter J. That's 1,524 years after Yahawashi walked the earth. In the alphabet, the letter J was originally the same letter as I. See? There's all this proof. All this proof. So, to you Christians out there, whether you're an Edomite Christian or you're a Jake Christian, Jake being short for Jacob, the house of Jacob, the Israelites, if you're a so-called Mexican, Latino, Cuban, Puerto Rican, Dominican, South American, Central American, who am I forgetting? Puerto Rican, and the Native Americans, if you're Jamaican or Haitian or so-called black in America, now it doesn't exclude the speckled bird, who are the Israelites who look like the other nations, because we were scattered to the end of the world. So if this message resonates with your spirit and you don't physically look like one of us, but your spirit burns and bears witness to what we're saying, you're more than likely an Israelite just like we are. And your lineage can be traced back to one of us. But my question to you guys is, how do you continue holding on to letter J? We're not denying the Son of God. We're telling you his real name. It's Yahawashi. It's not Jesus. And we're telling you his true nationality is not an Edomite. He is a so-called black man. We're going to prove that too. And we're going to prove that these chariots, or these clouds, are chariots, what the world ignorantly and wickedly calls UFOs. Because this is how Yahawashi is coming back. You guys need to understand this. So in the book of Acts, chapter 1, verse 9, this is what it says. It's the New Testament. And when he had spoken these things, he was telling them prophecies and stuff. While they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. So when you read this in Christianity in America, you automatically imagine a white puffy cloud, a rain cloud, a soft rain cloud picking up Yahawashi, right? Because you've seen cartoons where they show you Edomite white angels harping on harps and they're sitting in clouds. And so the programming of television has been doing this to you. The elite, the same race of people, Amalek, who control the governments, who are the first of the nations right now, the so-called Ish people, the head tribe of Esau, Edom, they have had control over the press, the radio, and the television since its inception, and this is part of their sword, their ability to lie and cast enchantments, witchcrafts through the television, through the media, by just putting images in front of your face with a certain sounding kind of voice, and you go into a beta-like state in your mind, and those images and those sounds, they just go right into you with no blockage, just going into your innermost being. And then you think that that's what it's talking about when you hear words like he was taken up in a cloud. The word cloud in the Bible has multiple meanings. One, being a rain cloud. Two, being an actual chariot. Military weaponry from heaven. Yahweh of hosts. The Lord of hosts. Yahweh of hosts. The word host means armies. Let's get it. So in Acts 1:19, and when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. What's the next verse? And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, two men, these were angels, stood by them in white apparel. Verse 11, which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand up gazing up into heaven? This is a prophecy that goes along with other prophecies. This same Yahawashi, we just proved that the letter J was not around back then, so the angel did not say this name. Based on the mathematics of right here, you're seeing the evidence. I understand that letter J is relatively new, perhaps 400 to 500 years old. Answer and explanation. Until the year 1524, there was no letter J in the alphabet. The letter J was originally the same letter as I. You're seeing it right there. So this is not what the angel said. Same thing with later in the book of Acts when Paul is giving the testimony when Yahawashi spoke to him. He spoke to me in the Hebrew language. He spoke to me in the Hebrew tongue. I am Yahawashi whom thou persecutest. He did not say Jesus. The English language and the letter J was not on the planet Earth at this time. You guys have to come to this conclusion. And you can't say when you hear this, oh, but he knows my heart. Fuck your heart. Your heart's desperately wicked. Who can know it? You need to address the Most High Son according to his proper title. You would not call no head coach. You would not call no female that you're fucking simping over on the internet. If you saw her in real life, you would not call her by some other name. You would give a low, sinful creature more respect than you would the Son of the Most High Yahweh. So right here in Acts 1:11, which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahawashi, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. So he went up in a cloud. Right? And here goes Revelation. Behold, Revelation 1:7. This is John getting this vision years later on the island of Patmos. Behold, he cometh with clouds. The angel said the same thing in the book of Acts. Okay? Acts 9 says he was taken up and a cloud received him. And the angel says in Acts 10, look steadfast toward heaven, as behold these two men stood by them. And 11 says, Yahawashi, which was taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner. What's the like manner? Bam! Revelation 1:7. You have to read precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little, there a little. That's how you got to read this. Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh. Who's the he? Yahawashi cometh with clouds. And every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. There goes your reincarnation, talking about the Roman soldiers who pierced him. That's another lesson, but that's what that's talking about. And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so. Why are you guys going to wail? Why? Why are you going to wail? Hold on. Let's... Yeah, so look at this. So this is Isaiah 63, 1-4. This is another violent prophecy. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Why is Edom being pointed out? Because he's coming from, once he breaks the sky and he's visible on that chariot, and you can see what he looks like nationally, all your bullshit crap of seeing some white man with long hair and a robe and sandals is going to go out the window. Why? Because you've been hearing us tell you, hard-headed, rebellious Israelites and you wicked Edomites, he is not a white man coming back on a horse with candy and rose petals. He's coming back pissed off on a chariot, on a UFO, and he's going to be a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. And he's going to be a glorified God man. He's going to be in his perfection. Not to get off topic, let's look up what whale means. Revelations 1:17. Let's go into the blue letter. Let's go into the blue letter. Because you got all these Edomite white people talking, oh, I can't wait for white Jesus to come back. White Jesus ain't coming back, honey. Dark-skinned Yahawashi is, though. On a UFO, a chariot, ain't no damn horse. Let me see. And they will wail because of him. Here it is. Let's get the interlinear. What does the word wail mean? This is Revelation 1:7. And Pearson shall wail. What does wail mean? Look at this. To cut, strike, smite. To cut from, cut off. To beat one's breast for grief. It's not going to be a good time. It's not going to be a happy moment for you guys. Okay? So let's go into this also. Let's do this. So you're going to see him, right? But what are you guys going to see? This is what you're going to see. Let's go into, let me see, like sardine stone. Let's pull that one up first. Let's do the Revelation. This is his father sitting on the throne. Let me see, sardine stone. Sardine stone. And it should pull up. There it is. That's what I was looking for. So look at this. This is Revelation 4:3. He that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone. It's talking about the Most High. What did Yahawashi say? If you see me, you've seen the Father. So they look the same, right? Or is that symbolic too? No, it's talking about he resembles his daddy. And there was a rainbow round about the throne in sight like unto an emerald. What does a sardine and a jasper stone look like? Let's pull that up. What does it look like? It's going to piss you guys off because you don't want to see the truth. There it is. There goes your jasper and your sardius stone. What matches the jasper and the sardius stone? You see the little babies right there? Those are Judites. So we're not black, people. This bullshit crap of you're black. No, we are the same color as these stones, and the Most High on the throne is the same color as these stones. There is a reason why these two rocks are used to describe the Most High sitting on his throne. Why? Because the scriptures say, let everything be established in the mouth of two or more witnesses. Well, what are witnesses? Witnesses are Israelites. Witnesses are saints. Witnesses are prophets. What was Peter? He was a saint. He was a prophet, and he was also a rock, right? What is Yahawashi? He also is the rock of our salvation. What are these right here? Two rocks that are brown